Alright, so today's video we're taking a look at these little mask brackets. So check out a couple of images and then we'll talk a little bit more about the details. Okay, so try to do this really quickly. We have a little mask bracket or 3D mask cage type style set up here, and this particular one I do like the color, which you're not going to really see very often, but I know it's there. But I have these in white also, and I have these in blue now. I thought they were going to be a little bit different, but they're not. But yeah, so here's a kind of a close-up look real quick. You can see this little piece right there in the middle. Alright, so that piece right there, it has sort of a contour that's a little bit more rounded at the top, so that's going to help you to know the contour and that little piece. So when it goes on your face like this, you'll know that little piece there kind of sits under your nose, and it's silicone, so it's very, very squishy, and it doesn't have that hard plastic, which is similar to a milk carton or milk jug. The other type cages, I have those as well. Tried out, several different ones. And these pieces here are not intended to go around your ears, which I think some people think maybe they are because of the way it looks, because it's similar to the mask itself. Instead, when you put this on, the actual mask loops through these. And the good thing about this, instead of having the little winglets or tabs that the harder plastic type have that fit into the pleats, on, like, this is a standard type mask you would find most places, they drop down in the pleats instead of, and those move around, which is, they're good, but they're not as good. So having this is better. So you basically just grab the string and pull it through. So if you go like that, not that difficult, but I couldn't get a hold of the string. That's pretty much all there is to it. And the nice thing here, let me put these on. Your voice doesn't get distorted quite as much. You don't have the material actually coming in contact with the end of your nose or your lips. If you're someone that wears lipstick or lip balm, a mask would probably be very aggravating because it'll be rubbing that off constantly. So that's kind of nice. Also, when you're speaking to someone, or if you're listening to someone who's wearing one of these, you don't have that distortion that comes from the mask being pressed up against their mouth, where you get this kind of a mumble type sound, So whenever you have something like this compared to when you have something like this, big difference. And since it's pulled very tight, it should protect you. So this does not cause the same problems that some people would complain about with the harder plastic, which because it doesn't give quite as much, it creates a little bit of a gap, so it doesn't seal quite as well. This one actually does. Unfortunately, it's still going to be an item that will become warm as your breathing and your breath and the moisture and everything else continues, the flow. So it's still going to create that feeling on your face of discomfort to some degree, but it could lessen it for a lot of people. And because it is like a silicone type material, it's super easy to just fold it up or however you want to do it, stuff it in your pocket, always have it on hand. And it's also easy to clean because it's silicone. I imagine you could run these through the dishwasher, I don't know, but should be able to because they're silicone. And you might even be able to Maybe put them in boiling water if you really want to go a little bit crazy, or throw them in the laundry. I imagine it probably wouldn't hurt. I don't know, but they should be relatively easy to clean. You can kind of wipe them clean and you know, spray something on them, probably clean them. They do come in this particular instance, a 5-pack, so you can see. And they include a little, sort of a Ziploc bag. So actually a really nice little storage option, so you can keep them kind of stored up. It has a hole in it so it's breathable. So if you were to stick it back in there right after use and for some reason there was any kind of moisture buildup, at least there's some degree of dissipation of moisture through the hole in the bag. So you don't have to worry about germs quite as much, hopefully, but you should be cleaning these periodically anyway. The only other thing is they have a little bit of a smell when they first arrive, but I just kind of let them sit out for a day or two, and after that I didn't really notice it very much. It's more noticeable on these that have been sort of grouped together than this one that's been set a little bit apart. So I would say just set them out, and maybe you might want to clean them, and you could probably use hand sanitizer on them. Soap and water would be fine though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you a quick little idea of how they go on in case there's any question about that. Make you aware of them in case you weren't, because these are an improvement over the other, because they don't slide around. When you're speaking, the plastic one, if it comes out of the pleats, there are times when it will slide up and down, and the cage will peek out from the mask as the mask slides down the cage because it has that harder sort of shell. This is a softer type material, and so the mask actually grips on it a little bit better for one, and because these let's say winglets that the actual strings, the elastic, go through, they don't allow it to move very much. So these are definitely an improvement, like the next generation, next evolution of the bracket or cage. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you really quickly. That's pretty much it. If you want to find out more about these, or read anything about these, you can check out the link below the video. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.